Good morning, student. Here we will discuss about the next law of Mendel, law of segregation. Clear? This is very important, and you know that law of segregation and law of independent assortment, they both laws are covered by dihybrid cross. Clear? In dihybrid cross, as law of segregation told us, in F1 hybrid, the dominant and recessive characters, okay, though remain together for a long time but do not contaminate or mix with each other. Just keep this thing in your mind that they never gets to be contaminate, means the blending of characters are not take place and separate or segregate at the time of gamete formation. Thus the gamete formed receive either dominant or recessive character out of them. Okay, what it's mean, I will show it to you by this process. Clear? Now the same method, same experiment we can write in independent assortment also. Okay, what the statement is saying, try to understand it. In F1 hybrid, the dominant and recessive characters though remain together for a long time but do not contaminate. Again I am telling you, they never contaminate. You can see here, when yellow round pea plant and green wrinkled pea plant, okay, just show the fertilization process afterwards. In F1 generation, yellow round, this is the dominant character is present, is visible in F1 character, but it's having green or wrinkled character also. Clear? But in this stage, these characters are never going to be mixed with each other. Clear? So whenever the turn will come in F2 generation, these characters are able to show their characteristic independently. That is the law of independent assortment. Okay, law of segregation is saying that the characters in F1 generation, either they are present with together but they are never contaminate each other, means here the greenish yellow color will not form. Okay, means yellow color plant is there, greenish yellow means blending of characteristic. Clear? So blending of characteristic will not take place in F1 generation, either it's having means recessive characters also, but only dominant characters are visible, as what it said, law of dominance. Okay, law of segregation is told us that the characteristics are segregated with each other, either they are present with each other. Clear? So thus the gamete formed receive either dominant or recessive character out of them. When the gamete formation will take place, you can see here, this is the gamete formation, these are the gametes. Clear? Okay, I can make it in this way, try to understand it. Okay, these are the parents in case of F1 में ये बने, and that time they also show the gamete. Now how it will be formed, you can see here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So how many types of gamete can take place? Okay, this y, and you can understand that how many types of this y, this are, yes, one type of gamete. Clear? in case of this plant I am telling you. Okay, in second case, this y and this r can make one gamete. This small y and capital R can make one gamete. This small y and small r can make one gamete. So are you able to see that either they contain dominant character, or either it gets a recessive character, but the characters are never gets to be blended with each other. Okay, same thing happened with this parent also. This is the F1 generation parents. Okay, previous parents are means pure line characters bearing parents, but this one is of hybrid parent. Okay, this y are one gamete, this is capital Y, small r second gamete, small y capital R third gamete, and the last one is small y small r is the last gamete. Okay, so by this process only you can understand that law of segregation. Okay, now how you will make this checkerboard here? Now this y, just imagine these two boxes only. Okay, this y will react with this y, what will form? Y. This R with this R, what will form? Capital RR. So both are having the dominant characteristic. So which type of plant will form? Yellow round. Okay. In second case, capital Y, capital Y. Okay. So you can understand. I am telling you about this one row first. Okay. Then I will go with this row. Clear? So Y, capital Y, capital Y. Okay, capital Y, small r, capital R. Okay, just try to understand this thing. First, they both will react. In this box, they both will form. In this box, they both will work. In this form, this will work. Okay, so why is it so? Because this YR is common for this whole row. This YR is common for this row. This YR is common for this row, and this YR is common for this row. Okay, and this YR is common for that row. This YR is common for that row. This YR is common for that row, and this YR common for that row. Okay, now I think you are able to make this box. Okay, again I am telling you, just try to understand it one more time. Okay, this capital Y, capital R, here capital Y, capital R, small r with this gamete, capital Y, small y, capital R, capital Y, small y, capital R, small r. Okay, now in we will go through this box. Okay, capital Y, capital R, small r. Now in this way you can make the whole table. Okay, so it's of your homework that today you will make this table by your own self and you will send it to me also. Okay, then I will give you the another type of example and you will make by this also. Okay, clear? Color of on the basis of color of flower also. Okay, so here what is the reason to tell you this thing? By this you can understand the characteristic. Wherever you will see capital Y show the color yellow, or where you will see capital R, it will show round seed shape. Okay, so wherever you will see small y, it show the green color, and small r for the wrinkled. So afterwards you can see that how many yellow round is there. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 or 9. So how many yellow round is there? 9. Okay, second thing is green round. Okay, green round we will discuss first. 9, keep it in your mind. 9 yellow round. Green round, you can see here green round. How many green round is there? 1 2 3. 3 green round. Okay, third is yellow wrinkled. How many? 1 2 and 3. 3 yellow wrinkled, and the last one is green wrinkled. Clear? So what I have discussed, these are the physical characteristic of plant. Means by your naked eyes you can see these characteristic. Either the plant is yellow or green, either the plant is round or wrinkled. Clear? So these are the phenotype characteristic which are visible through naked eyes. These are the phenotype characteristic. So what is the ratio of the plant in F2 generation? 9:3:3:1. Clear? But their genotype ratio is little bit complex. Okay, there is one formula for genotype characteristic that I am sharing here. 1:2:1 whole power n. By this you can solve the genotype ratio. How? 1:2:1 multiply by 1:2:1. So you can solve it by your own self. The ultimate result will come. I will tell you the ultimate one. I am writing it here, ultimate. Okay, what is the, like, phenotype characteristic is here, genotype ratio I am writing here. 1 ratio, after multiplication it will come 1 ratio 1 ratio 2 ratio 4 ratio 2 ratio 1 ratio 2 ratio 1. Okay, 1 ratio 2 ratio 1 ratio 2 ratio 4 ratio 2 ratio 1 ratio 2 ratio 1. This is the complete genotype ratio of dihybrid cross. Okay, so by this you can understand that the characters are not blending with each other. First thing, all the genes are independent to show their characteristic. Clear? They never gets to be blend with each other according to Mendel, but afterward many exceptions can be seen. Okay, many exceptions are found by the several biologists. Okay, so these few exception we will read later on. So the statement is there about the independent assortment. The inheritance of one character is always independent to the inheritance of other character within the same individual. Okay, so as I told you, all character, you can remember one thing, all characters are independent, either they present with each other. Clear? Either they are present in a dominant and recessive way, but recessive characters are also independent, and whenever they get chance they show their characteristic. Okay children, I hope these two laws are clear, and today's homework is that you will first